The biggest mistake in a skincare isn't choosing the wrong product, it's choosing the right active at the wrong age. And if you have brown skin, that matters even more because damage doesn't always show up as wrinkles first. It often appears as pigmentation, dark marks, and uneven tone. Hi, I'm Neha, a certified skincare consultant, and I have tested hundreds of products on my real skin of color. And in this video, I will show you which actives actually make sense in your teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Starting with the decade most people completely waste, myself included, and one that brown skin often pays the price for later. Your teens and 20s, it is your preventative stage. What you do here decides how your skin would look in your 30s and 40s. Number one, sunscreen is non-negotiable, especially in brown skin, where pigmentation is the first sign of damage. A tinted sunscreen is a better choice. It can also help protect against visible light, which contributes to uneven tone later or even in your teens and 20s. Second important ingredient is ceramide, because the studies tell us brown skin is already lower in ceramide's level, and hence it can be more prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. A good moisturizer with ceramides and humectants isn't optional, it's foundational. And if you're dealing with acne at this age, salicylic acid and niacinamide are your entry-level actives to control oil, breakouts, and early marks. Now entering in your 30s, you see early pigment shifts, uneven tone, and drop in radiance. This is usually the stage where skin changes start becoming more visible. You may notice dullness that doesn't go away as quickly, uneven tone, and early pigmentation patterns like sunspots or melasma starting to show up. This happens because over time, sun exposure and hormonal shift begin to affect how your skin produces and distributes melanin. Instead of being evenly regulated, pigment activity can become a little over-responsive or erratic, which is why even small triggers like heat, inflammation, or sun exposure can leave marks that linger longer than before. So at this stage, the goal isn't just hydration or prevention anymore. It becomes about controlling pigmentation, supporting brightness, and improving skin renewal in a steady, non-irritating way. At this stage, you can introduce vitamin C, a strong antioxidant that helps reduce oxidative stress from sun and pollution, while gradually supporting a more even, brighter looking skin tone. Brown skin should avoid pure L-ascorbic acid form of vitamin C and look for gentler alternatives for better long-term support. Derivatives like ethyl ascorbyl phosphate, magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, ascorbyl glucoside. You can also include azelaic acid, which is also helpful for brown skin because it helps regulate overactive pigment pathways without bleaching or altering your natural skin tone. It also helps calm mild inflammation that can quietly worsen pigmentation over time. Another important ingredient to look for in your 30s are retinoids. And at this stage, I want you to look at gentle introduction. Retinoids help speed up slower cell turnover, which is one of the reasons skin can start looking dull or uneven. Start slowly, just 1 to 2 times a week to allow your skin to adapt while maintaining barrier health. If this section felt very familiar, that's your sign. I offer one-on-one consultation. Link is in the description. Now, coming down to your 40s, that's me. By your 40s, the skin changes become more structural. You may start noticing that earlier sun damage, pigmentation, and uneven tone become more persistent and harder to fade with basic skincare. At this stage, the focus shifts to 2 things: improving skin renewal and correcting long-standing pigmentation. Retinoids, be retinol, retinal, or tretinoin, these help speed up cell turnover so pigmented, damaged cells are replaced more efficiently. Over time, they also support collagen, which helps improve firmness and texture. Start slowly because irritation at this stage can sometimes worsen pigmentation if your barrier is compromised. You can also look at introducing ingredients like tranexamic acid or kojic acid. These help target pigment production pathways more directly. Instead of just exfoliating the surface, they work on reducing the triggers that keep pigmentation active, which is why they are useful for stubborn, long-standing dark patches. Now moving on to your 50s. At this stage, the skin starts to become naturally drier and more fragile because barrier function slows down and oil production decreases. Hormonal changes also affect elasticity, so the skin can start to feel thinner and less resilient. So the goal is no longer aggressive correction. It becomes repair, hydration, and maintaining structure while keeping the skin comfortable. Look for peptides. They help to support the skin's natural proteins, structural proteins, which can improve the look of firmness over time without stressing the skin. If you're still using retinoids and your skin feels extreme dryness, move on to bakuchiol. It's a gentler alternative to retinoids that supports renewal and smoothness, but with a much lower risk of irritation, making it more suitable for sensitive, drier skin. Also, when you're looking for formulations, look for hyaluronic acid and glycerin in those, as they help restore water content in the skin, improving the appearance of dryness, lines, and giving the skin a more plump, hydrated look. At this stage, less irritation and more consistency matters far more than intensity. Over the years, I've personally tested a lot of products built around these ingredients: tranexamic acid, kojic acid, peptides, specifically on my skin of color. And if you want to see how they actually performed on my skin, the results, the honest take, what worked and what didn't, check out the videos on your end screen. They will give you a much clearer picture of what these ingredients can realistically do for skin like ours. Thanks for watching.